Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Celebrity Big Brother recap. We are going to be talking about day 23. The preview video. I was like, oh my god, this episode's gonna be crazy. 10:12 a.m. Jillian walks in. All the toxic housemates get together, and Stephanie admits she has not been eating clean. She makes everyone, all of the toxic housemates, do laps and run. She tells Daniela she is swearing too much, and she makes everyone get rid of all the bad food. And Stephanie and Daniela hide a little bit, and Daniela feeds Stephanie a biscuit, and Jillian says, "You're ruining the task." Gemma wants none of the potatoes, none of the oil, none of the butter, everything out. Stephanie cries when Jillian takes away her chocolate tree that Big Brother gave her. Darren's eating some cake in the kitchen closet, saying it was nice while it lasted. Tiffany runs out to smoke, and Jeremy eats some of the chocolate tree in secret. Jillian catches Tiffany smoking, and Tiffany promises she won't smoke when she's done with this pack. 6 people say they have given up smoking. The only people who are not going to give up smoking are Daniela and Stephanie. Jeremy is told he is to stay away from Stephanie. 12:30 p.m. Jeremy and Stephanie sneak a cuddle in bed. John is talking to Big Brother about the adjustments, and it's a good thing that Stephanie and Jeremy are spending less time together. Scotty, he says that Scotty's been good about not having the cigarettes, and Tiffany explains her shit to Gemma about that she's gonna just smoke the rest of her pack and then get rid of it. Gemma says she wants to learn why she becomes so obsessive and excessive, that she has to do things to the max, and she's walking around the garden while she's saying that. 4:28 p.m. Jillian is interrogating some of the housemates. Gemma says she doesn't think she is. I don't know what the context is because I didn't write it down because I am stoned at 3 o'clock in the morning, so I guess she was asking the housemates, do you think you're toxic? Gemma says she doesn't think she is, but she could be. Jeremy says he's far from toxic. She asked Daniela who the most toxic housemate in the house is, and she says Jeremy and Stephanie. Darren says he is still upset over the John situation. Gemma says she gets upset when she doesn't get her way. 7:01 p.m. She is looking at their poop. Tiffany is crying to John. She says it's a lot harder than she thought. Big Brother opens the bar. Stephanie and Tiffany run for it and get all excited. Stephanie asked John, why aren't you getting excited? And he said, I'm taking the detox seriously. Why aren't you? And she's like, I am, but I'm an adult. I can choose to drink whenever I want to. And he's like, but you're not taking it seriously. And she's like, yes, I am. And he says, you're going to get punished for not doing it. You know drinking is wrong for this task. It's 2 days. Just don't drink for 2 days. It's not that difficult. Stephanie drinks and says she will think about it. John says, if you want to say screw it and drink, do it, but you're not taking things seriously. And Darren backs him up. She says, I don't have a problem with drinking, so I'm going to do what I want. I'm just bored. She looks at Tiffany and says, why are you drinking? And Tiffany says, I'm giving up smoking. That's my battle. I need a goddamn drink. 8:48 p.m. Jillian gathers the toxic housemates to go over their poop. John has a very small poop. He says he was relaxed. Jillian says, obviously you weren't. Jillian says it was the most smelly poop out of the 4 poops, and it was very stressed. And Stephanie says, yes, stress and tears. Jillian says Scotty had the largest poop, and she says his was the most relaxed, and he said he hasn't drank, and his poop was lighter, and he thinks that that's maybe why. Stephanie admits that she drank out in the house, and Jillian brings her back to reality with the clinic rules that you're not supposed to drink. This is a detox. Jillian says, what about you, Tiffany? And she says, I'll do what I want. I'm trying to adapt, but it's not easy. Stephanie and Scotty are playing with a highlighter, and Jillian busts them, and Tiffany gets super pissed and says, they're mocking me. My poo is stressed out because of them. 9:52 p.m., Jillian readdresses who the 4 toxic housemates are. Stephanie, she didn't take the task seriously, and her poo was very smelly. Jeremy as well, but they are not allowed to cuddle or touch each other, yada yada yada. Like they're gonna listen. Jillian says, seriously, I'm watching you. Okay, Jillian. Stephanie laughs and says this is the biggest mistake you've ever made. Tiffany is chosen again. Darren is way constipated and also gets a night in the clinic. Darren says he's had enough of this all and it's all bollocks. He got super pissed. He was like, I don't deserve to go in the clinic because I'm constipated. Are you kidding me? John picks... Oh, this is nominations. Sorry. Stephanie and Jeremy sneak some kisses. 10:18 p.m. Big Brother gathers everyone. Daniela, Gemma, John, and Scotty T are the pure housemates who get to nominate people. Daniela picks Jeremy and Stephanie. Gemma picks Jeremy and Stephanie. Scotty T picks Tiffany and Stephanie. Remember this detail. John picks Stephanie and Jeremy. So remember, nobody picked Tiffany except for Scotty T. 11:26 p.m. Big Brother gathers the housemates and reveals who's up for nominations. Jeremy, Stephanie, and Tiffany. Tiffany, Jeremy, and Stephanie. Tiffany says she's done and wants to stay in the normal room. She's ready to go home. John tries to calm her down, and Tiffany says she wants to go and she needs a stiff drink and a stiff dick. Big Brother announces, toxic housemates, please go back to the room. Tiffany yells, I've given you this is Stephanie. Stephanie yells, I've given you so much entertainment. I'm up for Friday night and I'm not going in there. Daniela says, I love her, but she's self-destructing and isn't going to get any work after this. Tiffany yells, I'm packing my shit. I'm out of this bitch. Stephanie, give me a cigarette. Scotty tries to jump her and hump her to calm her down. Scotty, the person who put her up for nominations, but she says, I'm not calming down. I don't want to live with people who don't want to live with me. Really? Tiffany goes back to the room to yell and cuss. The main bedroom. Darren, Jeremy, Gemma, and Daniela are smoking, and Tiffany yells at them, I'm sick of it. All of you hate me and don't want to live with me. Tiffany goes back to the bedroom and is yelling and screaming. 11:46 p.m. Jeremy is in the clinic. Tiffany is ranting outside and wants to know who put her up for nomination. Scotty says it's just a game. In the house, everyone else is judging Tiffany outside, freaking out. Stephanie goes in the house. Tiffany's outside freaking out with Stephanie's like hanging out outside. Stephanie goes inside and Daniela says, you've really embarrassed yourself in this house and you're never going to get work again. And, the shit with your boyfriend, like you've really made a mockery of him. Stephanie says, that is the most hurtful thing that you've said to me, and that was the most hurt I've ever been in this house. Daniela says, if you keep going on, I meant if you keep going on like that. That's not what you said, Daniela. Daniela. Stephanie rants and says, never speak to me again. Daniela says, I'm embarrassed to even know you. 12:07 p.m. Stephanie goes to the diary room. She can go in the task room, which is right across from the diary room. But no, she goes into the diary room and gets all pissed and says, I need to go home now. I need Jeremy now. I want to go home. Open the door. I want out now. Big Brother tells her to sit down. Stephanie says, no, I want out of here now. She presses the diary room emergency door. The diary room opens. She goes to open the task room door and that's locked. And 2 security guards come out of the diary room and are trying to stop her as she's trying to pull the diary room, which is locked, trying to pull it open. And Jeremy's in the task room looking at the door what in the fuck is she freaking out for? She's grabbing the door and banging on it and shit. I'm going home now. Let me see him. A security person stops her and she carries on. Everyone outside in the house is talking about her freaking out. They finally let her into the task room and they talk, and the security is hanging out by the door. They talk about the doors being locked. They go into the bathroom and she explains everything Daniela said, and Jeremy says, If you want to go, I will back you up. I don't care about the money," and kisses her before they walk out. They go into the diary room together and say they will both walk out together now. Stephanie shouts, I won't stay in the house with people who are mean to me," basically. 12:20 a.m., Stephanie and Jeremy finally go back into the task room. Stephanie cries. She is now going mental. "I miss my dog." Jeremy tries to calm her down, and she's like throwing fruit everywhere. Tiffany is walking around picking up her shit, shouting, "I hate all these bitches." John talks to her and says, "The public are voting for you. You'll be fine." Tiffany says, "I'm mad. It's about someone who would put me up. I don't want to spend time with them." And John says that it is what it is. 12:36 a.m., Jeremy tries to calm Stephanie down further with saying sticks and stones. They're just words. She says, "I know. I didn't want to yell at her." And Jeremy says, you're crying now, but you should talk to her tomorrow. And Stephanie says, "I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to talk to her ever again." Daniela is also upset, and she feels bad. And she just feels the whole situation is heartbreaking. And you can tell she's legitimately, like, she feels bad for saying that. She fucking should. To say to somebody you're never going to work again, like, that's really harsh. Stephanie and Jeremy cuddle in bed, and she has finally calmed down. Crazy, crazy. Just a couple more days left in this house. Thank God. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. I will be making Big Brother reviews until the end of the season, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.